Welcome to my video. My name is Harshal and this is Computer Network Lab experiment number 1 network troubleshooting commands. In this experiment, we are going to see what are the commands that are used for troubleshooting in networking. So the first command is hostname. The hostname is the command. This is used to display the computer name or laptop name domain. It will display the hostname. When we open the CMD, after that when we type host name, so this will show what is the host name. So I'm using a laptop, then it is showing the laptop name, or else if we use a desktop, then it will show the desktop name what is available in the computer. After that, the second command is ipconfig. The ipconfig stands for internet protocol configuration. It is used to manage IP address for computer assigned to the machine from the switch or router. Means when we establish a connection from switcher router, either we use static protocol or dynamic protocol. Means static for static IP address and dynamic, that is for DHCP. If we use this both of this, then it will show what is the current it will show the domain name, the IPv4 address, the subnet mask, and the default gateway, that is from the switch or router. Let's check what is my IP address. The command is ipconfig. So this is the command for the Windows IP configuration. This will show the Ethernet adapter, means what the adapters that are present in my computer or laptop. It will show Ethernet adapter, wireless LAN, the connections of two. If we have the virtual host, means virtual machine, if we have, it will show what is the virtual machine, that is the containing IP address. It will show that. And I am using wireless using Wi-Fi, so it is showing wireless LAN adapter. The IP is IPv4 192.168.1.2. So this is the C class IP address, and the subnet mask is length of 24, that is 255 255 and the default gateway is 192.168.1.1. After that, let's see the third command. The third command is ipconfig/all. This command is used to display full TCP IP configuration for all IP adapters that are physically present in the network adapters, such as when we check same, that is ipconfig/all, it will show all the containing adapters, Ethernet adapters, what all are present in the computer or laptop. It will show what is the command present in that. So this command is used to check all the configuration of Ethernet adapters or Wi-Fi LANs in a Ethernet adapter NIC card. This command will show what are the adapters all present in your computer or laptop. So the fourth command is ipconfig/display DNS. So this command is used to display the DNS client, means domain name service. It will show what is the domain name of the computer containing all the localhost files that are from the switch or computer. It will show what is the DNS server IP. After that, when we check the command, that is ipconfig/display DNS. So this will show what is the DNS, means domain name service, the services of domain that are available in the computer. It will show. So here it is showing us the first all the domain that are there. Windows IP configuration, it will show uh, record name. Here it will show wondershare.com, all the domain that are available in my computer. So this will show what is the domains that are available DNS in my laptop. After that, let's go to the next command. The next command is ipconfig/flush DNS. So this ipconfig slash flush DNS, it is used to reset the content of DNS, means the cache what is the available in our DNS. This will display, or else when we have to reset the DNS for that, when we flush all the DNS IP, that will be gone, and after that it will be added dynamically in the laptop or computer. After that, we will check in CMD flush DNS successfully. Windows IP configuration successfully flushed the DNS resolver cache. So this will flush all the cache that are available in DNS, and it will show the successful message of the flush DNS. After that, we will go to the next command, that is ipconfig/release. So this command is used to release the DHCP address. Means if we use static address, so uh, it will not flush the available IP address in the static, but if we use the DHCP, that is dynamic host configuration protocol, that will remove that IP, and after that it will show the IP is removed and only the default gateway and the IPv6 address that will be remaining. Let's check. The command is ipconfig/release. This will release the IP address that was there. So first my IP address was, see here, the IPv4 address was 192.168.1.2. Now let's check what is the IP here. The IP, what it's showing here, nothing, because it has released the DHCP address what was available. It will only show the IPv6 address and the default gateway that is in the computer. It will release, and after that, if we check the next command, that is IP config/renew, this will renew the IP address, that is the flushed IP address that will the dot release address that it will print. Means it has shown here the IP address is gone. If we type here renew, it will give us a new IP address that will be assigned from the DHCP network. So yes, after that, if this command is showing us IPv4 address, the same address it has come here. After that, we will move to the next command. The next command is ping. So this is the primary TCP/IP command that is used to troubleshoot if the connection between the two computers are present or not. Means if we established one connection using a switch, and the switch connection is used to the router. If we use the switch to connect all the pieces through the switch port to the computers, and we want to check if the both computers are connected to each other or not. So for checking the ping command, we type command ping and type the another computer IP address. If this PC is having 192.168.1.2 and another computer is having 198.168.1.3, and between these two we have to check the connection is established or not. This computer will type ping 192.168.1.3. After that, this computer command will send the request to the next computer, and that computer will reply. If the connection is established or not, it will show the request timeout, and it will show the connection is established or not. Let's check the ping command. Ping google.com. So this will give the ping request to the google.com, and the my IP will go to the computer, to the Google server, and from that it will come back and show what the request that I have sent. So reply come from the Google, that is byte 32. By default the byte is 32, and the request sent, that is by default 4. After that, if the packet is lost between the, it will show the packet is lost, or else if all the packets are gone, it will show the packets are sent 4 and received 4 and lost 0. If it is lost, it will show the number of packets that are lost in while giving the ping command. After that, we will move to the next command, that is ping -n. This command is used to specify the number of ping requests to the reachable destination. By default it is 4. Means if I give here ping command for google.com and give here n. So this is the command n, and if I give here the number 4, by default it is 4, but when I give here, let's see 8, when we give, it will give the number of 8 commands, 8 number of 8 ping request, it will go there and it will come back. So successfully I have sent the request as your number 8, it will go there. The if packet are lost, it will show, but the request sent is successful 100%, all the packets are gone there, and it came back, and the request came. But if I give your number 5, it will go only till 5. The only 5 ping request, it will go to the Google server and come back. After that we will go to the next command, that is ping hyphen l. So this command is used to specify the length in bytes. Means if let's check what are the bytes has sent from that. If the bytes are here are by default 32, if we give bytes, for example 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, it will show the bytes that are specified in the length. Let's check what is the hyphen l command. If I specify here 5,000, so it will go to the server and it will check the packets are sent or not. If the number of packets are more, the Google will automatically show the request timeout, because this is known as DNS attacks, no, DD DDS attacks. So for that, it will show we cannot get the IP. DOS attack, sorry, DOS attack it is known as. And for DOS attack, it will go to the server, and if it will make server busy. For this thing not happened, for that it will show a request timeout. After that we will go to the next command, that is the trace route. If I want to check how my IP will travel from my router to the Google server, let's check. If we type here trace route, for example we will check facebook.com. So it will travel from the my router to the server of the Facebook, and it will go from hopes to hopes. The hopes is known as router only. After that it will show what are the time. It will show the time taken from traveling my router to the Facebook server. So this is the first, the request is sent from the my router, the default gateway, that is 192.168.1.1. After that it will go to the next IP. Then it will go travel to the next server. It has traveled to the next server. After that it will show the connected server path that are from the routes of my packet to the Facebook server. Let's see what is the path of route. It is showing us trace complete. So time taken, that is 29 millisecond, and total number of routers it has traveled, that are the 9, and from that the trace is complete. So from my router to the Facebook server, all the routers are between, that are 9. So this is known as a trace command. After that, the NSLOOKUP. The NSLOOKUP command stands for network name server lookup. It is used for getting the information of DNS server from the administrator, means all the Ethernet that are connected to the computer DNS server, and it will show what are the connected. Let's check NSLOOKUP. NSLOOKUP. Let's check this is the command or not. NSLOOKUP www.google.com. Then it will show the server is unknown, and the address is 192.168.1.1. So this is the address, and the name is google.com, and the DNS server address, this is 142.250.67.132. So this is the ns lookup. After that we will go to the next command, that is netstat slash hyphen an, the network statistics, that is known as the netstat. So this is a tool for troubleshooting configuration, and it will become it will go between the both incoming and outgoing connection routing tables. So it will show what are the routing tables that are present in the PC. Let's check what it's. So this will show what is the routing table that is from my router to the another connection, the TCP IP ports and UDP ports. It will show what is the present in the connection. After that, we will go to the next command, that is ARP. The ARP known as Address Resolution Protocol. The Address Resolution Protocol, this ARP, it is used to ping to test the functionality of reachability of TCP IP capable system that runs IPv4 means that runs IPv4. It will show the Address Resolution Protocol. Let's check the command ARP-A. So this will show what is the dynamic address that is from my the routing table, that is 192.168.1.1. This is the default gateway, and this is 255.255.255.255. This is the subnet mask that is present in the address resolution protocol. After that, we will go to the next command, that is getMAC. The getMAC, the command is used to display the media access control. This is known as the getMAC. It will show what is the media access control of the PC or laptop. So let's check the command getMAC. So this will show what is the physical address. So this is my physical address, and this is the transport name as shown here. After that, we will go to the next command, that is the path ping. So this path ping is used to provide the information about network and network loss intermediate hops between source and the destination. So this is used to check the network latency, and it will show the command send multiple echo requests from the each router to between the source and destination. Let's check the command, the path ping. So path ping, this command is used to the path ping command. So here it will show the options what are there for hyphen g. It is host list. For hyphen h, maximum hoops, hyphen I, address, hyphen n, hyphen p, hyphen q, hyphen w, hyphen 4, hyphen 6. So these are the options that are present for the path ping. Let's move to the next command, that is the netsh. So netsh is, it is a very powerful command for the DHCP. It will show the context of DHCP connection, and it will diagnose the route. So let's check netsh. It will go here for checking this. We will type question mark because it will show what is the option that are available. So here are the option for display the all commands. This will add the firewall, bridge, delay, DHCP, firewall, help, interface, LAN. So all are the options for the netsh. After that, we will go to the next command, that is root. So after that, when we type the root, it will allow the Windows 10 to understand what are the communication network communication with other devices. The tools also offer option to modify and clear the table as needed. Let's check the command. The command is root. So this is the command root. After that, it will show what are the available options, that are hyphen f, hyphen p, hyphen 4, and hyphen 6. So these are the connection the options that are for the root. After that, all the commands that are used for the network troubleshooting in computer. So this was the result, that all the commands for network troubleshootings are successfully executed, and we can check if anything problem comes in our computer. It will these commands will be helpful to check the IP address or check the host name, get MAC address. So all these commands are used for checking or configuring or troubleshooting the computer. So this was the experiment number 1 of computer network troubleshooting commands. Thanks for watching my video.